What is going on, everybody? I am very excited to see all y'all wonderful faces back out here in the virtual world. It's been a minute. It's been about a month since we done our last one, but I know everybody's been excited for all the new stuff that we're about to get ready to do with this wonderful show. So, as y'all know, the world is opening back up and everybody is getting back to doing live events. But here at the wonderful Art to Heart, we promised y'all that we was going to keep this show going virtually, and we're going to keep it as such. So welcome to this month's edition of Art to Heart. I'm your host, LJ Bowens, spoken word artist, host, motivational speaker, a lot of things. But tonight I am the host of this wonderful event that we've been doing here since the start of the panoramic. So we are here. I cannot wait to get this thing started because we got a dope guest that we're about to actually get ready to bring up here very soon. So I say that to say this. If you are one of our watchers that's watching right now, go ahead and share this video. We are on Facebook right now, YouTube, and for the first time, we are being streamed live on Twitch. So I say that to say, go ahead, share the link. Let your folks know what is going on because we would like you to invite your folks because we got a wonderful, great thing that's happening right now. And you want to keep building up because the great thing about this event, we used to do this every other month. Now, starting this month, we will be doing this every month. So we will be here once a month now instead of giving y'all that month break in between. So we're definitely ready to do some new things. We got a great lineup that's lined up for you guys. So we kind of posted it a while back, but we're ready to get this thing started. So hope y'all excited. So go ahead, like I said, share that link, let everybody know what's going on. Tell everybody they need to be tuned in and watching. So needless to say, y'all know enough about me. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring up our guest to get this show started. So as you know, when it comes to Art to Heart, we bring up features dealing with all types of artistry, whether they're singers, poets, songwriters, magicians, comedians, dancers, you name it. We bring them up here because our biggest thing is we're here to promote the arts. And we get to know these artists that are out here doing the good work because as an artist myself, I feel that artistry gets very appreciated at times, especially when it comes to the artists that are grinding up. So with that being said, you guys are in for a treat because our feature for this month's Art to Heart is a young lady originally born in a town that I went to high school in, Lima, Ohio. Also, she is staying now in the Georgia area, phenomenal singer, songwriter, and the blessing about this wonderful artist is it's my cousin. So I am very excited to bring up our artist for this month. Please put your hands together for the one and only K.Ferentay. Woo!
Hey,
what up, cuzzo?
Hey, what's up, man?
Nothing, chilling. How are you doing, cuzzo?
I am great. Awesome. Great. I am.
I love it. I love it. So I promised my wife and some of the members of the family that I am going to do my best to make this as professional as possible. Because since we're family, I know I can do family things, but I'm going to be as professional as I can because you're my little cousin. So I'm gonna keep it professional. So before we start getting into our serious questions, I'm going to ask you some icebreaker questions. So the icebreaker questions are just some fun questions to get you loose, and then after we get through the icebreaker questions, we'll start getting into the somewhat serious questions dealing with you, your upbringing, your artistry, all that beautiful stuff. You ready?
Yes, I am.
All right. So also, I want to put this shout out there right now. If you are part of the Bowens family and the Brown family, you guys are not tuning in, I'm going to share this video with y'all so y'all can hear this because we're going to come after y'all when we do a family reunion. So we just put that out there. So first icebreaker question. What is your favorite word and why?
My favorite word. I think it would be absolutely.
So why absolutely? Why would that be your favorite word?
Because like anytime somebody, I don't know, I done had like multiple people tell me they ask me to do something, I say absolutely, how you doing? You know, they say something absolutely, and they just like, why do you keep saying that? But it's just a habit. Like, I don't know, I guess it just shifts the conversation. You know, it's very a pleasant word, so I'm used to using it. But a lot of people say, you know, and then I say that too much a lot, or okay, you know, stuff like that.
Okay, I like that. I like that. Absolutely. Definitely definitely different from what I've heard in the past when everybody has favorite words. So, another icebreaker question, and this is a personal question, even though I know I should probably ask this in the more serious questions, but I feel like this is a good icebreaker because it's family. So you have a my third cousin, your daughter is getting ready to celebrate her first birthday. So icebreaker question: what is it like going through almost the first year of being a mother?
OMG. Wow. Man, it's been a roller coaster. It seemed like we done been through so much already. You know, in 1 year we have been through a lot of changes. Her and I, like, we have definitely been through a lot within the year. But it's been so much fun. You know, it's been like it's been a really serious time, but we definitely been shifting gears a lot within this first year. But I enjoy being a mom. I love her. It's like I'm just growing up like with a whole new person. Like I love her. And so it's been fun. It's been an experience though, definitely.
Yeah, good. Monica also sends her love, saying she misses Karima. So I'm letting you know that right now.
She'll be there so Monica.
Oh yeah, y'all coming soon. We know we gonna get into that. So next icebreaker question. So being the fact that you as long as we know you had a day job, we got that. But the reason you're here because you're a dope singer songwriter, which we're gonna get into shortly. But my question to you, still icebreaker question, what profession or a job would you like to attempt that is not something you do already?
It's crazy, but I always wanted to like I just enjoy like construction type of work, you know, like man type of work, and it's crazy. I know it's weird.
No, it's weird. It's weird for me, not because of you want to do construction work, because it's family wise, that's the last thing I'll hear that you will want to do. But go ahead.
Yeah, but it's just like I don't know, like I know y'all family, y'all maybe see. I don't know, like it just seemed like at heart I've always been such a tomboy, even though I look like a girl. I'm so into, you know, fashion and makeup, but but I don't know. It's just I always vibe or I'm just into. I just will always like try it, like. Let's see a female doing this. Like we can do just as much as y'all can, you know, at certain points. So I've always like been interested in that. Even when I was in like warehouse type of work, I'm on equipment. Show me the equipment because let me do what they doing. You know, one of the few girly girls that was doing something that the man was doing. So.
Got you. So if I'm looking down, it's because I'm still sharing the video and I'm sharing it to the family. So that way they can't say they missed nothing. So next icebreaker question would be, it's a nerd question. So if you had a superpower, what would that superpower be and why?
My superpower would be to be all over at one time, to be all over the place at one time. That would be. Say that because I wish I could be just a million places at one time sometimes. And that's why it's nobody like God. It's nobody like him. Nobody on this earth, you know, but that's one of my superpowers I wish I could have.
Got you. So, which leads into our last icebreaker question, because it's something you just said. So it's not even a question of asking if you believe in God, because I know you do. So with that being said, when the time comes when you are done on the physical plane, what would you like God to say to you once you reach the pearly gates?
Well done. I mean, who don't want, you know what I'm saying? Well done, and I'm proud of you. Well done. Mission accomplished.
Nice.
Yeah.
So we good now. The icebreaker questions are out the way. So now we can go ahead and get into the serious talks about the life and times of K.Ferentay. Oh, real quick. We have some comments. Monica Haynes-Bowen says that we love us some Karima. We love her too. And then who I will be seeing very soon, Daniel Powell say, hey, cousins. What up, cuzzo?
Hey,
The closer we're gonna get to a family reunion. Daniel, I'll see you in a couple of weeks. So, so.
Oh, we having a family reunion.
Oh yeah, well, I'll tell you about it later. It was next year. It's next year, but yeah, it's next year. I'm gonna send you the link. So I'm getting off topic already because I love you. So, K.Ferentay. So first question to K.Ferentay. Tell us where you're from originally.
I am from Lima, Ohio. Y'all know the Bean City. Bean City Ballers. But yes, I'm from Lima, Ohio. I was born there. But Detroit, that's what raised us, what raised most of our family. So yeah, Detroit definitely raised me.
Good. And now where are you located?
I am in Atlanta, Georgia.
Nice. So that brings up the awesome question then. So being the fact that you was born in Lima, Ohio, and went to school in Detroit, Michigan. So let's start with Detroit, Michigan, because there's a part of your past that and like everybody has, there's a part of the people, everybody's past that shapes them into the person that they are now. So with the time of you being born to the time you moved to Detroit, when did you feel that you had a passion for the arts? Because I know you used to do a lot, even when you was growing up little. But when did you think you had a passion for the arts? Like, when did you start wanting to embrace the arts?
I would say when I was about, I would say about 13, 12.
Okay. So what was that like? So like, what was the catalyst for that said, this is what I want to do?
Just because I enjoyed it so much, and it first it started off as like poetry, not I ain't gonna take your I ain't gonna take your thing, but no. But no, like it started off just writing, like diary, stuff like that. It started off that way for me. And then once I took, diary into like, dang, let me make a song. Like, let me try to make this into a song. And then, when I was able to do that, I started with the poems first. And then, friends from school, like, you should try to make this a song. They would see my poetry and start singing it, like not reading it, just singing it. And I knew I could sing already. So, it's just like it just all came together, and I was like, singing is definitely something. It was just like a relief of so much stuff that I was going through at the time. So
yeah. And so and I'm very appreciative that you took up singing, because a lot of people don't know that you and your sisters used to try to stick to dancing, and none of y'all were good at that. So I'm very appreciative that you doing singing. So I told you I'm gonna mess with you for that till we old and gray. So, so the fact that you know with music, and then you end up going to tell us about the school you went to in Detroit, because I know that probably helped more so to you wanting to deal with making this a career field. So tell us about how it was the school you went to, and then what helped push that idea of wanting to be a singer songwriter into fruition.
Well, I went to DSA, Detroit School of Performing Arts. Aaliyah actually went there. Aaliyah, she actually went there. But going there definitely it shaped me a lot in music and all different like genres of music. Did a lot of opera though, back in high school, and then it was the sight read and music, which I don't remember now. I didn't take that part serious, but I used to at a point in time know how to read music and play instruments too. But that DSA definitely shaped its students to be prepared musically and artistically for the industry. So that was I really enjoyed that school. I met a lot of good people, a lot of great teachers. But I love my high school.
All right. So I guess the $1 million question would be for a lot of people, like, Was music always the plan A, the only plan A, and nothing but the plan A, or was it more so you knew you was going to do something with the arts, but it wasn't really the main thing you want to stick with? Like for example, with me, and you know how our family is, and if anybody don't know how our family has always been, we always kind of dibbled in arts or sports or something. So like with me, it was a cross between either music, dance, or poetry or writing, and I went with the writing route. So has music just always been as your go-to and nothing more but that?
Absolutely. Like, yes, it has always, it's just like, I always say, it's just like a fire that's just been there and it never went out, no matter what's going on in my life, no matter what, it's always been there. And so, yes, it's definitely been something from day one that I've wanted to do. Yes.
Okay. So with that being said, you the Detroit School of Performing Arts, you graduate. So what was the thing that made you want to relocate from Detroit, which regardless of what anybody says, Detroit is a very known musical city. What made you want to relocate from Detroit to the South?
Well, I had the most scholarships in Georgia, period. When graduating, and then put that on top of mixed with, Atlanta is booming, music industry wise. And so I mixed those two together and I'm just like, let's do it, like do it. So, I told my family and everything, years and stuff, like, yeah, I want to move to Atlanta. But Atlanta was actually, Georgia was actually where I received the most scholarships. And at the end, when it was time.
All right, real quick, we had another pop up because Sharonda said, "What up, cousins? What up, Sharonda?"
Oh, I can see it on here. I see it.
Yeah, I'll bring them up on the screen so you see it. Yeah, you see it as soon as I pop up. I got you.
Hey, cousin, what's goody?
So, moving right along. So you're in Georgia, and I'm going to ask this question because I don't think too many people know. So, what you're doing now is totally different from when you first came out in the music scene. So, because you had an opportunity to do a lot of stuff, and you were on the cusp of major things. So, before we get into a little bit of what you can talk about and what you can't talk about, because I don't know if there's any NDAs signed or anything. Tell us about your first experience with the music scene in Atlanta, because I know probably you may have done music in so I don't know the part about you doing if you did music in Detroit or not before you moved to Atlanta. But if not, then tell us a little bit about when you started your musical journey when you reached Atlanta.
Well, my first actually like music experience, I had an internship with LA Reid. And so that was like big for me, but it was I did nothing singing musically. We was just pretty much, those do this and do that, and just for the experience. But that was with the college that I first started off at, AIU, Atlanta Intercontinental University. I did that internship, and it's like once I did that, and was around a lot of faces and kind of getting a little light knowledge of how the industry worked down here. I definitely was I was just like, I was just so amped up and excited about it. So that was like my first take. That was the first direction. I actually got that internship in college, the college that I went to. So I was pretty much like excited about that. I was ready to go after that. And then I ended up, signing the contract with somebody from home. And then that brought a lot of opportunities to my music career for the better also.
Yeah. So tell us about that, because I know at one point you got the chance to, if you didn't work with an artist, you worked alongside an artist, whether it been kind of on a single or opening up a concert. So for the people that's out here listening, tell us about the experience of working with, if you guys don't know who Cash Doll is, look up Cash Doll, and then also the experience of what it was like opening up for Nelly.
It was everything about it was a great experience for me to always be doing something that I've always wanted to do, and then they platforms was huge, huge platforms for me to even be invited to. So it was definitely like a great opportunity and very exciting. It was exciting for me, but it's just like the space that I was in and the people that I was surrounded by, those opportunities. It's like when you want to enjoy them, you want your whole team to be on the same page. And at that time, me and my team was just not on the same page at all. So I was definitely grateful and fortunate, but it was a lot going on behind the scenes that I definitely was not happy with.
Okay, so which that kind of leads to the next question. Like I said, I'm trying to make sure I tread lightly because, like I said, I know what certain things. There's things you can talk about. There's things you can't talk about. So with all types of art forms, there's always like those stories of do's and don'ts, especially when it comes to the industry. So has there been anything in your career thus far that may have been like a hindrance or something that kind of stopped momentum at one point that made you rethink your career and take a different approach?
Absolutely. It's absolutely.
Yeah. All right. We'll keep it at that. Absolutely. All right.
Yeah.
I'm cool. I got it. So, which that kind of brings up another good question. So, in your career, what do you feel has been your greatest achievement within music thus far for you? Now, remember, I know your career is still growing and blooming and everything, but at this point, what has been you feel has been one of your greatest achievements with the work you've been doing thus far?
Honestly, I would say the fact that I'm still doing it, the fact that I'm still here, the fact that I'm not giving up, the fact that I'm getting knocked down and I'm getting back up. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it is for me. Like the fact that I'm doing what I enjoy to do. What I enjoy doing, that I'm actually doing it, that I'm not just talking about it, that I'm actually doing what I want, what I set out to do, and that I'm not giving up, regardless of the lane changes, or the shift. I got to shift here, I got to shift this way, that I'm still pursuing. So I'm truly just proud of myself for that alone.
Okay, good. I know I'm proud of you. So I got some more questions for you because this show don't stop. We got tons of questions. So this is going to be a fun question, and by all means, you're more than welcome to say how you feel. You are one of four. You have also two sisters and a brother. Out of all of the children and the siblings, who do you feel is the most talented and why? If you want to say yourself, that's fine.
In this or no? It's like,
oh yeah, you put yourself in it. Yeah, of course. I want you to. I'm trying to start conflict so the family can see this.
I mean, other than myself, I would definitely give it to my little sister Camry. I'm so proud of her. She is such. I kind of see her in so many different parts of me. It's like me and you know how you can pull. You know how like with your siblings, you see you, but it's in different forms. You can pull out little parts of you. And so I do see a lot of that with her, but it's the total opposite. It's in sports. It's something that I never, enjoyed. But she's I would say her.
All right. So Keyshawn and Marquise, y'all heard that. So y'all at the bottom of the list.
They got their own,
No, I had to do that. I had to do that to mess with them because I'm pretty sure they're looking. So you have a question from one of our audience members. Monica Haynes Bowen says, From where do you get your inspiration, and has that source changed over time?
Um. Uh. Yes. Like I would say, well, sort of. Like at first, my inspiration was kind of um like it was just kind of like the world, like this person hot. I'm inspired. Don't get me wrong. I'm inspired by so many artists, but it's never been like, oh, I want to be like them or this and that. But it's like now more so my everything that I am is God is like who I'm looking to for guidance, for this, for that, for like it's not even about um it's just not about the world to me no more. Like, yes, like I'm inspired by artists, but it's like I know that purpose is with purpose is just different. It's not, I don't look to like I can't explain it. Like I'm trying to explain it so y'all will understand what I'm saying. But I just would say God at the end of the day, that's who I am inspired by now. I'm not looking to really be like nobody in the industry. My sound, my new sound is definitely, it's my own, wave. So that's, let me just answer that like that.
No, I get it. I think it's kind of like I think it's kind of like what we always talk about, especially like with me, because I think with what you do now, especially because I can tell you now, there's a lot of stuff I'm omitting from this interview because of you being family and knowing what we know. And I think it's just because at the end of the day, you're not doing the music for the notoriety as the popularity is for the purpose. So purpose over popularity as always. So
Y'all
so
better, they better,
yes.
get on the way. Be a new one too.
Oh, I got you. I got it. Next when you come up here, I got you. I got you a shirt, and then I get Karima one. I got you. Monica also has another question, which I think for you, even though you said like the world is at first it's the world, but it's a lot of stuff. But I think everybody has like a go-to or a couple of go-tos. And the question is, who's your favorite artist?
My favorite artist, who would I say? I love Anita Baker. She's, that's an old artist, but I just love her. I just love her. I really, Anita Baker is like one of my favorites right now. I would say her. I really love her, the artist her, and the type of music that she makes. I really like her. Like her also. But Anita Baker is definitely like one of my all-time just favorite artists for sure.
Nice. So since we're talking about music, you have two singles that are out, one called Into the Fire and one called Forever With You. So let's talk about those singles. Let's talk about the first one, Into the Fire. Where did that hot piece come from?
That definitely it came a lot, just from a personal standpoint, from a lot of things that, I've gone through. People probably don't, know about me. But it came from a personal standpoint. And so it actually was me talking about what I, went through and that I'm actually not there, that I actually came out of that, that I came out of those situations. And so it kind of was like just a thank, just giving thanks, but just letting the world know, because I'm sure it's other people who go through things like that. And so that's where that came from.
Okay. And then of course, Forever With You. What about this new ditty that came out not too long ago?
Forever With You came from personal experience also. Just personal experience with, relationships and, how you just thought you would spend forever with a person, but that turned out to be not right. And so, yeah, that came from relationship standpoint.
Okay. So 2 singles that you got that's out.
Yeah.
And people hear me talking about those singles. I kind of posted something not too long ago, but if anybody wants to hear about these singles that you just talking about, Into the Fire and Forever With You, where can they find those singles at?
They can find those on iTunes, Apple Music, YouTube. I actually did a video for Into the Fire, which is on YouTube now. Spotify, pretty much all the streaming platforms that allow music. They can be found on purchase or whatever.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. So I've been kind of doing promo videos, putting like samples of your songs out on the videos and everything, so people can get a feel and hear that angelic voice that you got. So we mentioned earlier about you being a mother of one, and I know being a parent there is wearing numerous hats, because one, you being a parent, two, you're being a singer, you're being an artist, three, you have a day job. So what is it like trying to put together your work-life balance with your day job, you being a mother, and your artistry? Like, how does that work when you try to balance everything?
Man, it's something else. It's definitely a challenge daily where I'm continuously having to switch gears. Like it's a challenge. It for sure is a challenge, but I am with the grace of God, I've been able to make my way through this thing. But it is because it's like with music, when I'm writing, I have to have absolutely silence, like nothing. I can't be around. Like when I write, I have to be in dead silence, and that's hard to do, with my daughter. So it's like it actually has to be a day where she's not here or she's not around for me to, actually write, and then work. I work from home, which is a great thing, but I'm with her 24/7, so I definitely have to make time every day, and I have to have, like set times, like, on a routine pretty much. And I never was that way before. Like I never ever been a person that good with routine. But now it's important because if I pretty much don't make up my mind within the count of 10, like that's how I have to be. Like if my mind is mentally not prepared at 10 seconds, it's just not gonna get done. And I can't be that way every day. Even though I'm overwhelmed, I cannot say, okay, I'm not gonna do this today because I can't, so I definitely have to have order. And so that's what's been helping me.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
So with the world somewhat opening back up, events and venues are getting ready to start doing bookings and everything for artists to get back out there. I know during the pandemic, it kind of gave all artists that time to create a lot of work with everything they want to do. So, with that being said, are there any plans for you touring soon, or getting out there booking gigs, or do you have anything lined up at the current moment?
Yes. I don't really want to share,
Oh,
everything until it's actually confirmed. But yes, that is something that I am working on. Like I said, I've had to shift gears within these past month or two from when my first 2 singles came out. I had to shift, yet another gear. But yes, that is something that's I don't want to confirm, everything yet, the
oh
information.
no, you right. You right. Never confirm that until the ink dry. That's you doing the right thing. so,
Yeah.
um,
Uh-huh.
so I'm sorry. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off. Were you
Oh,
saying something?
good. You good.
Okay. So since you said you shift gears because of everything going on with the first 2 singles, you shifting gears now. Um, Not a set date, but do you have an expected date for when you will be releasing your album?
Yes, I plan to have it finished by September. But I'm getting ready to put out another single. I will be, putting out, just a few singles up until I drop, my full EP is going to be an EP, my project, but I'm getting ready to drop another single. It's going to be called Closure. And so that's my next single I'm getting ready to drop. But yes, I plan on having my EP, my project finished by September. By September.
Okay, nice. Okay, got a new EP coming. I mean, you got another single coming out called Closure. Let me see what you can tell me. So should we expect the date? You got a date, or you can't tell me the date yet?
No, because I haven't yet decided. It's done, but I haven't yet,
I was trying to use my cousin powers. I was trying. I was working on it.
Yeah.
So, I only got a few more questions. So when it came to you doing music, when it came to you knowing that you was going to do music, did you expect for everything that you're going through now? Did you expect for any of this to shape out the way that it has, or did you have this whole vision for before you answer that question? Heavenly McWay says, "Oh, Key."
Hey, Heavenly girl. You know Heavenly too.
I know.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah. So, did you expect? So the question was just, did you expect everything with music to happen the way it did, or were you expecting a different outcome than what you're going through now? And there's no right or wrong answer for it. It's just a question.
I can say like it's two. Let me see. It's two angles, right? Of what I expected. Like I didn't expect, because now like I'm fully independent. So everything I'm doing is me 100%. I put in the money, I put in the time, everything. So I definitely like, I didn't expect for me to, you know what I'm saying? Like to be able to even do this on my own this time around. Like I'm so like, I just can't believe, like God is making ways like for me. He is providing resources for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I didn't expect, how things are going. And just even with those two singles, you know what I'm saying? Like I definitely didn't expect it to go so well, to be going, but then from another angle, support wise, like I have a lot of support, and I love, like, I'm so thankful, for the ones who do support. But it's like I see a side of like the not supporting that I never thought like, and from close, like from within, close within, like it is. Like I was surprised with the lack of support from so many people so close to me. That's the part. And because I love like my support, and but it's like when it's coming from the close ones that's dear to you, it means everything, but so that is kind of like a little bit of kind of like a little disappointment. But other than that, like so I can say, the expectance was good, and kind of we got the good and the bad. You take the good and the bad.
Mm-hmm. Heavenly says that with God all things are possible. Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely.
Hey, amen. So, but yeah. I agree with you completely. I mean, like I said, as an artist, it's crazy because, and I mean, by all means, it just happens that way. I mean, you can't help human nature with certain things, especially when it comes to like when people see the dream, and then when the dream becomes big, people try to minimize it, because like you'll always have the people that try to make your dream sound little or your achievements little.
And like I don't know, now that I'm finally experiencing it, it's like, dang, like you for real? You know what I'm saying? But so that's like, this is like my first time really like experiencing that on that level. And I know you have, because you've been, you know what I'm saying? You've been in it, so But yeah.
Yeah. Like I tell everybody all the time, like like just because you don't see me on like the main stuff don't mean that I ain't in the business doing stuff.
Right.
Like I said, I've done a lot.
Are you doing anything that we can talk about, or we can, but what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? So, and that's how people do, but what are you, regardless if I'm something little or big, what are you on anything? That's how it be though, because people, like you say, people will try to minimize what you do. You know what I'm saying? It's what are, so yeah, you right about that, cuz.
Once again, Heavenly says, I'm proud of you, Key. I see you doing your thing.
Thank you, Heavenly.
We are proud of you. We are proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah, bro. So, last question from me. What's one thing that people can expect from K.Ferentay when they meet her for the first time?
That they can expect?
Yeah, what can they expect?
That's a question that I would have to ask the people. I mean, I don't know, like, I don't know, a genuine person, I would say that. Like, I'm a genuine person. I guess I would say that. But that's something that I would have to, ask the people. What do they, what have they got from me when they met me, or the, impression, or, but a genuine person, I would say.
Okay. I see somebody said humbleness. Yeah, she's very humble.
Absolutely.
She is very humble.
Yes, and that's life. Life has did that. Yes.
She get that from me. She ain't gonna say nothing though. She get that from me. Yep, she is genuine. She is very genuine. I get on her about that a lot. She has a goofy humbleness to her. It's perfectly fine. Oh, a nice question. This comes from my awesome wife, your other cousin, Monica Haynes Bowens, who says, where do you see yourself 20 years from now?
Oh my goodness, Monica, girl, I'm going to be just overflowing in abundance. Like, it's already done. God has already did it for me. I just got to get to that place. Like, I see myself with so much just abundance and just wealth, because I'm doing the inner work. I am doing the inner work for me and my child, Juan. Like, I'm changing the game. I'm changing cycles for this girl, for my kid, and myself. And I know I see myself doing it. It's like, and so yes, so that just, to answer your question, just in abundance, Monica. Like, in a very wealthy woman. That's what I see.
Monica says yes and amen.
Amen.
Look at you. You turned this into a sermon. I'm glad you came here today. You need to be here. Heavenly ask, anybody you want to collab with?
Who do I want to collab? I really would like to collab with Lil Baby. Like, I really would like to collab with Lil Baby. I would say that. I would say him for sure.
Nice. Look at that. So, believe it or not, I have no more questions for you. As far as on my end, as far as from like the typical questions I ask all my artists before like going into anything like that. But as the host and as a family member, I am going to ask this question. And I'm gonna try to ask this because I know it's gonna mean a lot when I say it, because it deals with two people we know that's important to you. So with all of the work, Heavenly, I'm gonna get to your question after this. Actually, no, I'm gonna get with your question now before I ask this question. So Heavenly asked this question: female collab.
Who would I say? I don't know. Maybe her. I don't know. Yeah, maybe her. I would say. I'm just really. I'm really into a lot of the reggae type of artists like Rotimi and but not too many. I don't know. I won't say not too many female artists that I'm kind of like just oh my god about right now.
Okay. So her, gotcha. All right. So my question. Oh man. All right. With all the great things that you're doing now, being a wonderful singer, songwriter, being an awesome mother, because we see it firsthand. We hear you talk about it, and we hear you genuinely feel good about it. What feelings do you get knowing? And I say knowing because I know they're proud of you. What's the feeling you get knowing how proud your grandmother Eleonora and your father is watching you doing everything that you're doing?
Oh gosh. Man, like it's just a good feeling to like I think about grandma all the time, right? And so you looking like you trying to get emotional.
I'm trying not to, man. Cause like I talk about grandma all the time. Like grandma's in my phone. I still haven't erased her own number, but
man,
I know she always looks at us, and I always had that feeling. Like always, every now and then something happens. I have a talk with her when I need to. So,
right,
and
yeah.
I know everybody in the family does. Like everybody does.
Right, absolutely.
So,
well, I would just first say that my biological dad, he is still actually here on earth, but a lot of people don't know that Ferrente actually came from my dad, who's in heaven now. That was actually his middle name. So K.Ferentay, K.Ferentay is very important to me because I lost him, and so we had the same middle name. So that name is just, it's very unique, coincidentally, but it's very important to me because he is, and I know, and that's like the only man who I have memory of that was actually a man, a great man, and a father. So it always, it's just a good feeling when I think about when I think about him and just, how he did step up for me, and as far as grandma, I think about grandma all the time. Like, I just think about, I look at our family and, I see a lot of things that I know, I'm sure she not pleased with at times.
yeah, even with us, because we do stuff too.
Absolutely, right? And
Mm-hmm.
so to actually try, to try and change the game for us and change the game, for our family and do the best of what we can do, to leave something behind and don't tarnish her name and don't tarnish, what I'm saying? Like it's just always just a feeling, that I something that I think of when I'm doing great things or when I'm doing good things about like, dang, how my grandchildren going to look at, what I'm saying? Like how I want to be, because grandma was the grandma to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
She was the foundation of our family. So it's definitely like a good feeling, especially when I'm doing great things. When we all are, doing good things. It's a great feeling. When I think about her and those things, not that not that it just always got to be something bad, because we come from
Oh
the
yeah.
points. You know what I'm saying? No, because we are doing great things and we are
Oh
doing,
yeah.
so.
Yeah, Bowen's family goes hard. Like I don't care what nobody say.
Ab-
I promise you though, I'm letting you know this now. If that tape, that OVHS stir up when you and Marquisa was dancing when y'all was kids, I promise you, I'm selling it to the highest bidder. You got another question from we. I don't know. You was doing something, and Marquisa just had one leg dance. I don't even know what she was doing. So you had a question come up. Dream venue to perform in?
I would say the Powerhouse. I know it's just popular, and I never been in New York City either. And so that is like that's a big one for me, the Powerhouse. That's a big one because I never been to New York City either. So yeah.
Okay, I like that. I thought you was gonna go with like a stadium because we want to see you filling out stadiums and
Absolutely, but I don't know the name of them yet. I know my thinking is a little small.
No, you good. No, your thinking is not small. Your thinking is not small at all. You are fine. Your thinking is the way it needs to be. Got a couple more questions coming in. Somebody asked earlier. Somebody asked this question earlier, but then somebody said, "Who inspires you?" So I don't think they heard the last time. I know you was talking about. I'll let you recap what inspires you, because I know Heavenly came later in the show.
I'm inspired by a lot of people. Like, I'm inspired by, it's like I pull certain things of what I like about that person or what inspires me about that person. Not that they inspire, because you would be surprised that Cardi B actually inspires me. No, not that I am just so into what she's doing, as an artist or the type of music she makes, but to see Cardi and where she started and where she is now, you can't do nothing but respect that. Like, it's no way nobody can talk down about somebody who went that hard after what they believed in, and where she came from, where she started. So that's an inspiration for me, but I'm inspired by a lot of artists. I'm inspired by I can name a lot, but it's just not that I'm inspired by the type of music that they make or type. No, I'm inspired by their souls, so I would say that, yeah.
Gotcha. And this is going to probably be our last question for tonight. Heavenly said, I get it. She came from started from the bottom, now she here. So
yes, and nobody can tarnish your name. Whatever she did in the past, whatever happened in the past, it's the past, because it doesn't matter now. Because what y'all saying now, and so it's so much, just respect and just inspiration that I get, from her, as well as a lot of others. So,
gotcha. And I don't think you have one. I think you kind of hinted to this earlier, but some Heavenly asked, who is your idol? If you had an idol to look up to.
Yeah, no, I don't. I don't really, not an idol, but just inspired by people.
Gotcha. Well, K.Ferentay, tell us where we can follow you at on social media.
Okay, so on social media, Facebook, of course, I'm K.Ferentay. It's soon it's gonna just be K, short for the K. But on everything else, on Instagram, on YouTube, I'm K.Ferentay, K dot Ferentay. And so that's pretty much I'm on all social medias, I think. Although I don't really tweet a lot or do Snapchat a lot, I'm still on there. But I'm mostly on Facebook and Instagram.
All right. And what about those singles? What's their names and where can they find those singles?
Those singles are Forever With You and Into the Fire, and they are on all streaming platforms. And YouTube is, I only have a video for Into the Fire on YouTube, and then my new single coming shortly is called Closure. So be, looking out for that one also.
All right. Well, this has been a very inspirational Art to Heart. You didn't brought the church here.
Don't do me, okay?
Oh no, you gotta do you. I want you to do you. I don't want you to be nobody but authentically you.
That's all I can be. That's all I can be.
That's it. So, ladies and gentlemen, we hope that y'all have enjoyed this month's Art to Heart. Tune in next month for the month of August, almost said September, August, where we will be bringing to you guys, coming all the way from season 1 of Flavor of Love and Charm School. Courtney Jackson, aka Goldie, will be our next guest for our. You look surprised.
I like Goldie. She was funny.
Yeah, Goldie's a trip. That's one of our good friends. But she is definitely.
Oh, okay.
Gee, we're not gonna get into the celebrity stories. We know too many. But we definitely want you guys to stay in the know. There's a lot of stuff that's gonna be coming to the pipeline. If you are watching this on Twitch, we are thanking you for tuning in to our first Twitch stream of this wonderful show. Everybody else is watching for Facebook and YouTube. Thank y'all as always for tuning in. And of course, once this video stops, you can always catch the replay on each respective channel. Other than that, I am LJ Bowens. Special thanks to K.Ferentay for joining us tonight, giving us some inspiration and love and all that good stuff. And above all else, guys, we have nothing else to say. We love y'all. Peace. And always remember, purpose over popularity. Take care, guys.
Yes, bye.